Hello everyone, so for today's makeup tutorial, I thought I'd do my everyday makeup look. The very first thing I'm going to start with is my eyebrows. I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Dark Brown. And I'm just giving my eyebrows a little bit more shape and I'm filling in any sparse areas that I have. And then I'm just using a spoolie to brush them out and make them look a lot more natural. After that, I'm going to go in with concealer. I am using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand, and I like to apply concealer because usually in the mornings I'm very tired and sleepy, and so this allows me to look a lot more awake and it allows my eyes to look a lot more bright. And I'm just using a beauty blender to blend this out. After that, I'm going into priming my face, and to prime my face I always use my Too Faced Hangover Primer. And this is because it's very hydrating on my skin, and since I have dry skin, I find that it helps me out a lot. Then for my base, I am using the NARS Tinted Moisturizer. I really like this moisturizer because it gives me a slight coverage and it's very light on the skin, but if I wanted a little bit more coverage, I could always go in with the second layer and it wouldn't look cakey whatsoever. And I like that even if I apply a second layer, it would still look very natural and dewy. Now to apply this, I'm using my e.l.f. Cosmetics blending brush, and I really like this brush because for one, it only costs $8, but two, it doesn't leave my moisturizer streaky on the face. It blends out very nice and evenly. And this brush actually reminds me a lot of the Morphe M439 brush, except for the fact that the Morphe M439 brush is a lot more expensive than this brush. Now, I haven't tried the Morphe brush yet, but it looks similar, and so I feel like it would probably apply product the same. But this is just my opinion. I mean, it may be a little bit different, it may not, but like I said, this brush is only $8, so you can't go wrong with it. Now I'm going to go in with bronzer, and for bronzer I'm using the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, and I am in the shade medium to dark. Now to apply this bronzer, I am using a brush that came in a BH Cosmetics brush set a really long time ago, but I really like to use a small brush because I feel that it allows me to have a lot more control as to where I want my bronzer to go. And as you can see, I am really blending in the product in my face, and it may even look like I'm applying a lot of product on my face, but I'm not. All I'm doing is I'm slowly applying the product because I don't want to go in with too much all at once. Otherwise, it would make it a lot harder for me to blend it all out. That's why I apply little by little and I slowly build it up to the shade that I want on my face, and that way it allows me to have more control in terms of blending it out and making it look as natural and less patchy as possible. After that, I'm going in with blush, and for that I'm using the Wet n Wild blush in the shade Mellow Wine. And again, I'm using a brush that came in the brush set a really long time ago. And then I'm going in with my bronzer brush and blending it all out. After that, I am then going in with highlight, and for that I'm using the Wet n Wild's highlight in the shade Precious Petals. I really like this highlight because it's very subtle and natural on the face, and because this is an everyday makeup look, I really like that it's subtle and natural. It's not too extra, it's not too exaggerating, it's the perfect shade, and I like to apply it before my setting spray because I find that if I apply it before my setting spray, it makes it all look a lot more natural. After that, I am then going to go in with my setting spray. And for my setting spray, I basically always use the Urban Decay All Nighter spray because I find that it really does make my makeup last all day long. Now I'm going to go in with doing my eyelashes. The very first thing that I like to do is I like to apply some setting powder. I actually learned this trick from Daisy Marquez, and I find that doing this gives my eyelashes a lot more length and volume. After I do that, I'm then going to go in with my mascara, and for that I'm using the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Mascara in the shade Extreme Black. I really like this mascara because it's waterproof and it doesn't smudge on me throughout the day like most mascaras do to me. And I also think that this mascara does play a huge role in giving my eyelashes a lot more length. After that, I'm then going to apply it on my bottom lashes, and again, like I said earlier, a lot of mascaras smear on me, especially on the bottom lash line, but this one does not. Now I'm going to get started on lip lining my lips. I'm using the NYX Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Natural. The color that I use usually changes on a day-to-day basis, but today I chose this one, and I'm also using it to fill in my lips. Normally I would just leave it as that, but today I chose to then go in with a gloss. I am using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Lip Plumping Gloss that I really like. And once I've finished doing that, I then start to do my hair. I was combing my fingers through my hair. I was trying to make it look a lot neater than it was before I headed out. This is basically it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.